This video was recorded in 2022. Currently, there are 2 monkeypox vaccines available that may be used for the prevention of infection. There's the JYNNEOS Vaccine and the ACAM200 Vaccine. Both contain the vaccinia virus, a poxvirus similar to both monkeypox and smallpox. Before we discuss them in more detail, let's just summarize and recap what on earth monkeypox is in under 60 seconds. Monkeypox is a viral zoonotic disease which is endemic to West and Central Africa and clinically very similar to smallpox. This means it's a virus, not a bacteria. You can't just give people antibiotics for the disease. Won't work. Promise. Been there, done that. Really doesn't work. Monkeypox is zoonotic. Zoos are places where we keep animals, so we can film funny TikToks of them doing weird stuff because they're probably not meant to be in small glass terrariums. Therefore, a zoonotic infectious disease is one that is transmitted from animals to humans. Endemic to West and Central Africa means it's from countries you probably won't be able to put on a map because, like me, your geography knowledge is dismal and a reflection of a Eurocentric, westernized, and not so low-key out-of-date education system. Finally, it's also similar to smallpox because it's also a poxvirus, which causes a characteristic rash that progresses sequentially at the same time of development over all affected areas of the body. However, it's less contagious and causes less severe illness. This is really fortunate because smallpox was an awful disease, which is estimated to have killed up to 300 million people just in the 20th century alone. Yeah, so I'm just recording this now, and that's really bad. I mean, if you think about the number of people that die from malaria each year, I mean, that's pretty high. Yeah, awful, smallpox, not good, very bad. Yeah, anyway, as I said before, we have 2 main vaccines for it right now. Importantly, they can be used before you get exposed, also known as pre-exposure prophylaxis, or shortly after, aka post-exposure prophylaxis. Giving the vaccine requires a shared clinical decision-making approach based on a joint assessment of an individual's risks, benefits, and vaccine availability. Let's talk about each of the vaccines individually. ACAM200 is an older second-generation preparation. It is a live attenuated vaccine that is replication competent. This means that the virus particles are actually capable of infecting cells and replicating to produce additional infectious particles. Unlike most modern vaccines, the live vaccinia virus can actually be transmitted from the vaccine recipient to unvaccinated persons who actually have close contact with the inoculation site. Therefore, the vaccination requires really special care to prevent the virus from spreading. It is associated with rare but serious adverse side effects and can't be used in severely immunocompromised people, in pregnancy, people with active eczema, or in infants under 1 year old. Just as an interesting bit of background, Emergent Biosolutions originally developed this vaccine under a contract with America's CDC. This was for the purpose of creating a strategic national stockpile to enhance the emergency preparedness of the US against the use of smallpox as a dangerous biological weapon. On the other hand, the JYNNEOS or MVA-BN, which stands for the Modified Vaccinia Ankara Bavarian Nordic Vaccine, is the newer and preferred third-generation vaccine. In Canada, it's marketed under the trade name Imvamune. In the European Union, it's marketed under the trade name Ivernext. It has a more favorable safety profile and is easier to administer. As a highly attenuated vaccine that is replication deficient, it is associated with fewer potential adverse side effects and is safe to use in people with immunocompromise or atopic dermatitis. It may also be used during pregnancy or in children after a risk-benefit assessment. It is administered subcutaneously as 2 doses separated by 4 weeks. Worldwide, there's currently a massive limited supply of this vaccine, although more is expected in the coming months. So how effective are these vaccines though? Well, active monkeypox surveillance data from the Democratic Republic of Congo demonstrated that individuals vaccinated against smallpox had a 5.2-fold lower risk of monkeypox than those unvaccinated. Now, this gives smallpox pre-exposure vaccine effectiveness against monkeypox of about 80.7%. However, we've got really limited data on this, and it's a space to watch, I think. As one last caveat about this video, the current multi-country monkey outbreak from 2022 is a rapidly evolving situation, and you should consult your local public health authority for current guidance. Thanks so much for watching Townsend Teachings. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you could do anything, that's probably the best thing to do. Thanks.